The Kaurava warriors, led by Dussasana, focused on keeping Sikandi away from Bhisma, preventing him from confronting the elderly general. Drona engaged Arjuna, while Kripa held off Bhima. Meanwhile, Bhisma moved with the speed of lightning, slaying thousands of Pandava soldiers. The Pandava forces, overwhelmed and frightened, began to flee. Duryodhana, pleased with Bhisma's success, wanted to push the attack even further. The Pandavas were shocked and dismayed by the devastation Bhisma was causing. His deadly assault struck fear into their hearts once again. At this moment, Krishna turned to Arjuna and reminded him, Bibhatsa, on the third day of the battle, you promised to defeat Bhisma. Now, it's the afternoon of the 9th day, and Bhisma is tearing through our army like wildfire. Earlier, you told Sanjaya that you would speak with your bow, not words. If you don't stop Bhisma soon, our entire army will be wiped out in a day or two. Arjuna replied, take the reins, Krishna. I will stop his advance. Krishna swiftly urged the horses forward, and Arjuna faced Bhisma. The Pandava soldiers, seeing the Hanuman flag on Arjuna's chariot flying opposite Bhisma's Palmyra banner, rallied around him. Arjuna fired arrows at Bhisma, striking him multiple times and cutting the string of his bow repeatedly. Bhisma, undeterred, quickly restrung his bow and continued to attack. He struck Arjuna, his horses, and even Krishna, the charioteer. Despite the blows, Krishna drove on, keeping Arjuna steady for the fight ahead. Here's a simplified and rephrased version in a storytelling style. As Bhisma's powerful arrows struck, Krishna struggled to control the horses, which began to turn in panic. Irritated, Krishna turned to Arjuna and said, you can't even protect your horses and charioteer. How do you expect to kill Bhisma? I will finish him myself. With that, Krishna dropped the reins, jumped from the chariot, and advanced toward Bhisma's chariot with the whip in his hand, ready to fight. Bhisma, seeing Krishna approach, slung his bow over his shoulder and greeted him with folded hands. Lord of the universe, he said, I am deeply honored. Please, come and take my life. My heart is burdened by the endless killing, and I seek redemption. Yasodha saw you as a pure and innocent child, and the Pandavas see you as their friend and guide. But I see you in all your glory, your curls dancing on your forehead, your lotus-like eyes turning crimson, your silken robes flashing like lightning across stormy skies. What a magnificent sight! I am blessed beyond measure. Bhisma, lost in his words, stood still like a statue, overcome by the presence of the divine. Just then, Arjuna rushed forward and caught up with Krishna. He fell at Krishna's feet and pleaded, Madhava, please don't embarrass me in front of everyone. I will do as you ask, but have mercy. Arjuna grabbed hold of Krishna, trying to pull him back, but Krishna freed himself and continued toward Bhisma. The Kaurava soldiers cried out in fear, Bhisma is dead! Bhisma is dead! The noise spread across the battlefield, but Arjuna, with a firm grip, finally managed to stop Krishna. Achyuta, Arjuna said, have you forgotten your vow not to fight? Please forgive me. I promise to do what you wish. Krishna, calming down, returned to the chariot and took the reins again. Arjuna climbed aboard as well. Together, they looked like the towering twin peaks of Mount Gauri Shankar, ready for battle. Bhisma resumed the fight, crushing the Panchala soldiers like a giant trampling over tiny ants, while the Pandava warriors, filled with fear, watched helplessly. For the first time in the war, Bhima, usually fierce and bold, stood silent, awestruck by the devastation Bhisma was causing. As the sun finally set, bringing an end to the day's battle, Yudhishthira looked at his battered forces, who had suffered greatly under Bhisma's relentless attacks. They seemed like a helpless cow stuck deep in the mud. Meanwhile, Duryodhana was filled with joy. Confident that victory was close, he returned to his camp with his brothers and allies, praising Bhisma's performance and celebrating their success.